Mr. Park, thank you very much for having us and for your precious time to speak with us about the new Ioniq 6N and what's going on with Hyundai in general. Let's say, how happy are you with the final product and what were the most challengeable things to get to this time?
Okay, I'm so happy right now because finally we launched the Ioniq 6N for the first time to our, tons of, performance customers. And acceptance after we unveiled the car yesterday, acceptance was incredible. And also I made a strategy to, put 3 cars at once here at Goodwood Festival. For example, we have 2 cars here. And maybe you noticed when we have a launch presentation, we have 1 car unveiled, which is Ioniq 6N, beautiful performance blue pearl color, which is normal Ioniq 6N. And then, another car, which is some kind of brutal parts of Ioniq 6N with the end performance parts together. And, it was our first time to have this performance parts to be ready on the day of launch. So that was another accomplishment. And if you take a look at the hill climb side, maybe I don't know whether you went to the Cathedral Paddock to see our Ioniq 6N drift spec, which shows how far that we can go with the production Ioniq 6N, because we didn't touch that much for Ioniq 6N drift spec, because for us, car is like very good toy for the car enthusiast, right? And we actually wanted to go beyond the limitation, because whenever we are making the production car, we always have a limitation based on the regulation. So I really wanted to pimp up the sound level as well in order to match with the settings that we actually wanted to have. But for the normal production car, we have a EV regulation of the sound as well, so we are limited, but we would like to show what is the potential to go beyond the limitation. So 3 cars at once in one place, and yesterday it was so phenomenal that on the Goodwood official channel, the title was the best run on Thursday, and the thumbnail was our car. Among all the other cars that participated at the Goodwood Festival Speed, this year. So I'm so proud of my people. In order to build that car at this moment and at this level, we put a lot of different passion and energy into this car to make it happen. And all the people who involved in this project was very, very proud of right now. And this is the moment that we can celebrate at least, yeah. And we need to, we are not done yet. So until we have a final production, we will, focus on nitty-gritty things and detailed things to improve.
Fine-tune maybe?
Fine-tune, and yeah. So this is our final step go forward.
I'm still a little bit, let's say, I don't understand completely the end project, because from one side we have lately in Israel the Elantra N, and the Elantra N is the fantastic petrol ICE engine.
Thank you so much, yeah.
Yes, like the heritage of the i20N and the i30N, so now the Elantra N, and it's noisy and the performance are fabulous. From the other side, the electric car gets the N as well. Are you going to stay parallel with both engines, or the N family will be only electric at the end of the line?
Okay, most of the companies actually are watching what is going on in terms of the market regulation, right? And each single different market has... Sounds good, right?
Sounds good.
And a little bit of different regulation setups and different regulation all the time. So what we are doing, instead of watching the regulation only, of course we are watching the regulation changes, right? But we are watching what we could do based on what customers are thinking. So basically,
what do you think? In ideal world, it should stay on petrol, and because of the regulation, you move to electric because you have no choice?
If there's no choice, then, if there's no choice in terms of regulation, we actually need to move on. However, until we can have, ways to go, then we will keep continuing our effort to make the internal combustion engine as well.
So we can expect.
Yeah, we can have a good asset of hybrid system. We can also have some other menus for attracting our customers. And because, for example, like I don't know how old you are, but in my ages, when I was young, I'm super fanatic for maybe tuning the cars and change the engine, change all the parts by myself.
You are a petrol head, not a battery head.
I'm a car head.
Or a hybrid head with this one.
Yeah, I was a petrol head, and at the time that I actually wanted, firstly test drove, so-called high-powered EV, I had hesitation because, as you know, that our i20 and then Elantra was made based on our very, very strong philosophy of corner rascal, racetrack capability, and everyday sports car, right? But when I first drove, EV, very fast one, I couldn't feel that much emotional thing. And then corner rascal, it was not the, example that I can bring it to the world. And also, racetrack capability with the limp mode and brake, hit warning sign and everything, that was not my cup of tea. So I was very hesitant, but it was not a choice, but we actually need to prepare for the future. So we started to think about what would be the best thing that we can bring our 3 key pillars into EV performance car. So that's one of the big things that we could step up with the Ioniq 5N. And then
so Nexo N is a dream, or is it something that can happen in the future?
So we do not have it here, but before this i30 GD with 2.0 engine turbo, we tested at the Nürburgring Nordschleife. In 2016, we had a and 2025 Vision Gran Turismo when we launched N as a brand in Frankfurt Motor Show in 2015. That car was designed by my very much fellow designer in the US, Hyundai Design Center. But inside, I actually dreamed of what could be, propulsion in the future in the year 2025. Okay.
And we are here.
Yeah.
And we are here.
Yeah, and we are
2025.
here. So basically, I actually drove dual fuel cell stack, and with the in-wheel motor and everything, and that was actually one of the aim, and the shape of that car was like the Le Mans race car or something like that, and we are getting there because at the time when I imagined and we actually implemented it here, it's a hydrogen hybrid, right? Because we are not only imagining something, but with the courage, we would like to make it happen. That's the one big motivation that we have at this moment. So once we have demand, and once we have regulation that we can compel with, we would like to be together with what customers are thinking.
Not speaking only about customers, speaking also about partners.
Right.
Lately, you have a very good alliance with Toyota. And in the United States, you have very good collaboration with General Motors. So where Hyundai is going?
Yeah, I mean, Toyota, I don't know how deep you know about our Toyota relationship, but simply speaking, that Toyota relationship is based on the loving cars. Toyota loves cars, and all the people under GR really loves cars.
Will we see a child of this love soon? Or in the future?
No. We are not talking about that. We are just having fun based on the car loving spirit and so on and so forth. And
but not sharing ideas. I mean,
yeah,
technical ideas.
That's one thing that I don't want to mention it. But yeah, we are in good relationship based on the passion and the love of the cars. That's it.
Let's speak about the near future. How Hyundai is seeing the world market, especially with the Chinese manufacturers getting more and more to Europe, to the Middle East, and even to the Far East.
We admire all the Chinese brands because they are very fast and very adaptive and very much, you know, going forward thinking. And this is all the things that we need to learn. If there's something that we need to learn, and we are, you know, we have our culture that we can learn from each other. So, you know, based on what they are having at this moment with high-powered cars, I mean, in terms of controllability and in terms of software, in terms of everything, they're doing very good.
Yeah, they react very fast.
Yeah, they react very fast. But one thing that I would like to mention, I mean, besides, you know, how Chinese brands are doing, is that what we would like to stick with is like, you know, we don't want to be in the war of numbers. Yeah? Okay. So, for example, like, you know, I don't know whether I said to you or to anybody that, you know, increasing power exponentially by using, you know, better motor, better, you know, battery, it's relatively easier than, you know, in the past, right? With the internal combustion engine, which has a lot of good legacy on it. But if we are increasing power without control, it's nothing. So we would like to stick with like the current power level, and that's one thing that I would like to say, because we do not want to also in the area that not many people can afford. You know what I mean? So N stands for fun to drive, also very much, you know, affordable performance car so that everybody can enjoy. You know, this is our spirit and philosophy. So even though we can go further, maybe under the Hyundai Motor Group, we have different brands who can do it. So we would like to stick with the current status of, you know, fun to drive aspect together with affordable, reliable, and everybody can enjoy concept for the performance market. Yeah, this is what we actually want to do. Not just fighting each other onto the numbers. I mean, if we want to grab the headline, that is the easiest way. That, you know, maybe Hyundai N or some other brands got like 2,000 horsepower and so on and so forth. Yeah, it's easier to grab the headline. However, we would like to, you know, stick with the basic foundation, and if we are making it happen in terms of all the controllability, all the, you know, refinement of our performance car, we strongly, you know, believe, and it's true, that we are enhancing our overall Hyundai DNA. That's for sure, and this is the reason that I just said in front of everybody that this is the reason that N exists here at Hyundai. So as a sub-brand of Hyundai, you know, my wish is we can just develop further and further and further, further, based on how hard
it's a spy.
Yeah, how hard that we are working on the cars. I mean, not only about the engineering side, but also culture and organizational side, because, you know, for this kind of platform, Goodwood Festival Speed.
What do you learn, for example, from the WRC project that is coming to the normal day cars? The technology is going over there as well, or it stays for the WRC and that's it?
If the technology that we've been created from WRC stays in WRC, there is no reason to go to motorsports field.
Maybe for publicity. To become world champion and...
Yeah, to become world champion and everything is very, very good in terms of, like, you know, result. However, if we are not learning from the motorsports for making better cars under the name of Hyundai N, it's nothing. We don't have to. We don't have to. You know, we are putting investment onto motorsports because there's always things that we can learn from, you know, motorsports. For example, this car right here.
It's a crazy one.
Crazy car that we've made as a rolling lab, RN24, and I really like you to, you know, if we can have a chance that maybe you guys can, you know, have a steering wheel to experience their car.
We are ready.
This is all the chassis component and all the, you know, body component is from the WRC, suspension and arms and everything. We put WRC chassis into it, and then instead of having our WRC internal combustion engine, we put Ioniq 5N's battery and then Ioniq 5N's motors into this car. It's kind of, you know, Frankenstein hybrid.
It's exactly.
Yeah, because
all the crazy stuff from everything.
Yeah, and also e-handbrake by using, you know, regen braking. It's just a signal, one or zero. So put, and then it's easy to control, and also it is very precise. And it doesn't require any kind of time to warm up. Yeah, you know. And this is very fun machine, and we are trying our best to have, you know, all the technology that we are, you know, getting from the motorsports into rolling lab and to Hyundai. This is why we are doing this type of crazy things. And one more thing that I actually would like to mention is that, you know, we started the Ioniq 5 EN1 Cup racing, Ioniq 5N EN1 Cup car. We started the, you know, the EV racing in South Korea, yeah, and we are doing it because
it's a cup, which means only Hyundai cars inside.
Yeah. So by using Ioniq 5N, we made the Ioniq 5N EN1 Cup car, and also after EN1 Cup car, we actually, you know, made an effort to be in the Pikes Peak Hill Climb, and that's the car that you see over
down
there.
Yes.
Yeah, Ioniq 5N time attack spec, which we learned a lot, and then we actually get those data from this motorsports field to enhance Ioniq 5N 25 model year. So braking, regen, and all those kind of, you know, modulation and tendency, we adjusted based on what we learned from the motorsports, and this is how we are doing. And then not only Ioniq 5N EN1 Cup car, we learned a lot in order to enhance and to build Ioniq 6N based one-make race car. So this is, you know, chain reaction, and this is how we are thinking about the motorsports. Without learning and lesson learning from the motorsport, we don't need to do the motorsports. This has to be all connected. Otherwise,
what I learned is if you only start the N family with, of course, with the Kona, but now especially with the 5 and the 6, and it's only the beginning. Who knows where else it can get in the future? Mr. Park, thank you very much.
Thank you
very
so
much for your time.
Yeah.
And good luck for the future.
Yeah.
And about your invitation to drive this one, the RN24, we are ready.
Okay.
We accept.
All right.
Thank you.
Let's take a time. Yeah. Let's.